just like so animated this morning. Good morning, crew. What is goodio? Man, got some great news for you guys. You know, some great news. First, how y'all doing today? It's early. I'm on my way to class per usual. I think one of my top 10 phrases will probably be per usual. Would you agree? I love to say per usual, you know. I'm just comfy today. We're doing some type of scoliosis training in school. In Peds this afternoon. We're doing a scoliosis training because we are going to do some scoliosis screening. I mean, it's broken up over the semester. I think mine is like, I have a few weeks before mine. I do start clinicals this week though. I'm gonna be at, my first clinical is, I told you I'll start Peds clinical first. That's the first half, and then I'll do OB the second half. With Peds clinical, I am doing a variety of facilities in addition to the hospitals, just to kind of give you a more well-rounded pediatric experience. So I know I'm doing like the nurse at like an early childhood facility, and then I'm also going to be doing like next week. This week is like that one, and then next week I'm doing like a couple days as a student school nurse. That's exciting. We either had elementary or high schools, and of course I got stuck with elementary. However, I think that's going to be to my benefit because I actually get along with kids. I told y'all before. That's kind of what I'm concerned about because I love kids. So yesterday I worked, but let me tell y'all how hard I went on this OB. Like, I went so hard, it was inspiring, you know, this early on to be going so hard on the content because it's a lot of information. It's so much content, guys. This is nothing like Murse. This is nothing like the other classes that I've taken. OB and Peds are like in a universe of their own, if you would say. I used to think that it's like a mini Murse, but that is a lie. I thought it was like focused Murse, you know, like we have certain conditions and certain disease processes that only occur, you know, in children or, you know, expecting mothers or new mothers, whatever. That's not what it is. So I was bamboozled. Someone has to answer about this, okay? Because I feel like I was sold a bad deal when I signed up for this class, okay? So let me tell y'all. So the first moment I realized, oh Lord, stuff is about to get real, you know what I mean? Is when I'm reading all of these terms and I'm like they, for example, they have something called preeclampsia, right? It's preeclampsia is just hypertension. You know, it's just high blood pressure. I don't get it. And then they have this thing like gravida or gravida. I don't know how to say it, but it just means pregnancy. I don't get it. So there's this whole host of new terms for you know, the expecting mother, and I'm like, can we just call a spade, you know? And she's pregnant, you know? But who am I? You know, I don't make the news, I just report it. So, you know, whatever. But, you know, I mean, just being honest, it's interesting once you sit down and actually break it down and get into it, because then you're like, I mean, stuff really changes. The mothers really go through changes, physical changes. I mean, that's why the bulk of my stuff was physical changes. It was antepartum and postpartum, so before birth and after birth. But of course, you know, special words. It's you know, they're it makes you appreciate. Like, my mom called me last night and I was halfway in bed. I mean, when I say halfway, I was more than halfway in bed. I was falling asleep. But she called me, and I had been studying OB, so of course, well, she went through all of this stuff for me, you know? She went through all of this stuff for me, and she gained all this weight, and, you know, put all this weight on her body when she had me. And, you know, the least I could do is talk to her at, you know, 11 o'clock at night. So I did. I talked to her. Had a nice conversation. But eventually I had to say, Mom, I just got finished studying. I'm in bed for class in the morning. I'll talk to you later. I love you. So I got off the phone with her. But we did talk for quite a bit. Listen, when I am in study mode, when I am in school mode, when I'm in that kind of mode, I oftentimes lose track of everything. Stuff tends to fall to the wayside. And it's not because I'm purposely trying to kick it to the wayside. It's just, that's just how things go. Oh, it's raining. That's just how things tend to go, so whatever. But guys, I am oh, good news. Of course, that's what you said. That's the title of the video, probably. I have some great news, or good news, I don't know, who knows. I would say y'all help me in the comment section for a title, but by the time this goes up, I should ask y'all on Instagram or Snapchat, because there's a lot of y'all on there. And thank y'all for following me and dealing with my crazy shenanigans. It's cool. You know, I think we have a nice little family. Oh my God, it's a school bus up here. Y'all know how much I despise school buses. There's a whole situation going on out that way in the window. A whole situation going on. Anyway, the good news. So I took my dosage calculation exam. So I told y'all I had two. I had one for OB, one for peds. They were very, very class specific. So usually the stuff, the OB dosage calculation questions, ton of Pitocin calculation rates, but also they were dealing with just like, you know, their thing. And I'm still waiting for my whiteboard now that I'm thinking about it, because I need to put that whiteboard up in my dining room, because I want to show y'all some dimensional analysis. But anyway, so it was that, and then the pediatric dosage calculations, that was more like, you know, it was smaller. Oh, why did I come this way? It was smaller amounts, or, you know, stuff, you know, really trying to gauge, you know, ranges. You know, is this drug safe? Is this the ordered dose? Is this safe? You know, because, you know, with pediatrics generally, well, with anything, but with pediatrics, because they're so small, the children, it's almost entirely weight-based, you know? So the weight determines how much medication they're going to get and all of that good stuff. You know, they'll give you like a dosage range, and they'll ask you, you know, is this safe for them? You know, is this dosage in safe limits? You know, all that good stuff. So 2 separate grades. You got to get a 90 or better to pass. Remember, my first dosage calculation that I've ever taken, if y'all are oldies but goodies, then y'all will know that I took my first dosage calculation my junior year, my first year in nursing school, and I failed my first time. And it was just one exam. It was one. But I failed it. And I was like, what the hell, you know? It's math. And not only did I fail it, but the professor, I mean, it was truly my fault. But she told me I could have gave you this point. Because you're supposed to get a 90, same deal. And you get to take it a second time. And that second time will... it's the last time, and then if you don't pass that one, then you're out of the program. So that's true, and I think that's mostly true for most nursing programs. However, what was I saying? Oh, so I got an 89, right? Here I am with an 89 on this exam. So now, not only did I fail my first dosage calculation exam, but I failed it by like 1 point, you know? I don't know, I digress. But that's another phrase that I use a lot. I need to put a counter on every time I use common phrases because it seems to be a recurring thing. Anyway, I was supposed to, oh, that's a retirement home that they're building there. That's nice. I'm on the way to school and they're building a retirement home. But anyway, y'all see I go off in a tangent, and it's always, bring it back, Clyde. Just bring it back, bring it back. So anyway, those calculations, so 40 questions. It was, each test had like 20 questions, but you got to show your work. So it's not like punch it in a calculator and it's right. You know, you have to show your work, so you have to do either like the proportions or the supply over demand and all of that stuff. And it's very time sensitive. The time is very time sensitive. So I did that, finished the test, walked out, arm feeling swole because of all of the writing with the pencil. I'm a pencil writer. I think I told y'all I love a pencil. But so I took it, felt great, but I was like, you can never be too sure because I felt great about that one that I failed. Now, since then, I have not failed a dosage calculation exam because, you know, it was stupid mistakes that I made, but whatever. So I was like, sure, but not cocky sure, you know? So I'm taking my exam. I sit down. So of course, for OB, she's an amazing professor. I got my OB med math exam grade back on Friday. I didn't vlog it because I wanted to wait until I got them both back because it's like, oh, it kind of sucks if you pass one and fail the other. So I wanted to give y'all everything. So I did pass my OB. I got a 90. I'm curious to see what I missed because I'm like, really? I mean, with a 90, you know, I could have maybe made a wrong calculation. Maybe it's something in the show the work that I was wrong because I'm sure all of my answers were correct. I checked it. You know, I had time at the end of the exam to check. This vlog is going long, but let me just get to the point, and then I'll let y'all go. Okay? It's getting dark. And it's sprinkling outside drizzling. So anyway, so oh yeah, school is in process, so I need to slow down. It's like 35 miles per hour. So I got a 90. To get a 90, to pass the dosage calculation exam, especially one of 20 questions, the most you can miss is 2 questions. Like 5 questions, 5 points apiece. The way I calculate it's 5 points apiece. So I must have missed 2 somewhere, maybe didn't label something correctly at the end. I got and then on my P's exam, I just got that back yesterday, I believe. And with that one, I got a 98. So again, that must have been, because that wasn't like a full miss, maybe I missed. I honestly don't know her rhyme or reason, or how she calculated her. I don't know how she grades, what she takes out for, because that's just 2 points that I missed, and not really 2 points. That's like 1 point, really, if you count it based off of the, percentages. So I want to know where I got it mistakes, just so I don't make it, because they do include dosage calculation questions on the unit exams, and I want to make sure that I am able to answer those questions. There's a lot of traffic out here. Where was this traffic at last week? What is going on? It's so many people out here, and I'm taking the streetway. I'm not even on the highway. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not late or anything. I have plenty of time, but I'm like, what the hell is going on? Anyway, yes, so those are my grades. So I passed. So that is off of my back. My first exam, I think, is like September 4th. It seems like it's a long way away, but today is the 21st. So, it's a couple weeks away, And it's a ton of material. I'm about to hurry up and try to scale my way over to this lane. It's a few weeks away, but it's so much material. Like, I was not even able to finish reviewing all of them. Like, I like to review my material before class. That way, when I'm in class, I'm not just looking, lost when the professor is talking about something. I'm like, oh, I know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie. This was a lot of material, especially for OB. I haven't even looked at PEDS. I looked at the PEDS for the first week, but this new, I have not looked at PEDS, but I'm going to. That's the plan. The plan is to take a look at PEDS this afternoon. But I want to finish OB because I don't know. I feel like OB is just going to be like a beast. And especially, I'm not a female, so I can't have children, all of that good stuff. I just feel like OB is going to be one of those things that OB is going to be my med surge, And I feel like pediatrics is not going to be easy like, what's that called? Like mental health. But I just feel like it's going to be easier when you compare mental health to med surge. Mental health is a little lighter. It was a light salad compared to med surge, which was a full course meal, So that's not what I am. That's just what I'm comparing, just the difficulty level. Or maybe the grasping, because so far pediatrics seems to be a lot of like growth and development type stuff, whereas OB is a whole nother world. So with that being said, I'm pulling up to campus. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Like I said, I have clinicals tomorrow. First clinical tomorrow. I need to pick up my dry cleaner this afternoon. I put my scrub tops in the dry cleaners to get them nice and pressed, and I asked for medium starch, get them nice and tight, because, whatever. I'm going on. I'm going to let y'all go. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.